The grid for the top four rows looks like this. Wills and Ramsey out of Matthew Halliday and Tim Lay, who's off to a good start in his Formula Holden career. Dumbrell and Macro and Haywood and Chris Starr in position 8, the young Kiwi. Always on the improve, and well done Paul Dumbrell. That's a good confidence boost. He needed a good solid result, and 5th will do the job nicely. Ready for a start here, the two Barana cars off the front row. Simon Wills, the far side, Brendan Ramsey close to camera, away we go. Tim Lay got away to a nice start too. They move across. Oh, there's contact there. That's been Tim Lay and Brendan Ramsey. Adam Macro is in there as well. There's a 4th car. They all go weaving around. That's car 26 involved in that, Neil. Also, that's Gary Haywood.
You can see that coming because there just wasn't enough room for those cars to start squeezing each other so early in the piece. They're not easy cars to see out of, so don't lay blame too quickly, folks. Tiny little mirrors left and right, big wheels and tyres, wings everywhere, red flag out, so we will get a restart. Here's a replay, and you can see Ramsey just comes over a little bit. There's a bit of wheel bumping going on, then whack. Once those open wheels make contact, all sorts of chaos can ensue.
Well, Tim Lay did get away to a very good start. I wonder if he caught Brendan Ramsey by surprise a little at how close he was. And there is the contact. Gary Haywood getting dragged into that, and Adam Macro as well, and that is just a mess, a tangle of Formula Holdens.
This is a great onboard shot from Chris Staff's car. He's back a bit in this action. You can see the jostling because there's smoke everywhere and then whack. That's how quick it comes. This is from Assay's car. Drivers have to have a great deal of presence of mind at this particular moment at the start of a race. There's another angle from looking dead ahead. Down at turn 1, whack, you can see Brendan Ramsey goes right across the bow of Lay, and then woof, big mess ensues. It's a very disappointing start to the race, but sometimes it happens, and sometimes these things are just racing incidents, just part of the jostling, because it's so important to get a good start. So here's what we're left with.
A smouldering mess. The tow trucks come in. We will have a restart in this race as well. There's the man, Simon Wills. Green flag at the back, ready to go. A somewhat depleted grid. 4 cars missing. Wills away to a great start. So too Matthew Halliday and Chris Starr, the 2 challenge recruitment cars coming up the outside.
Very unusual to get 2 restarts in one day in 2 separate heats of Formula Holden racing, but such is life today. It's been a pretty frantic old day. Pretty chilly old temperatures. The sunlight might be all right, but by gee, it's cold here at the moment, and that's going to make it really hard on these guys in this opening lap or 2. Oh, look, more chaos down at turns 2 and 3. All this early jostling. And is that Chris Hocking?
Akihiro Asai did a great job to avoid contact there as they scream up the back straight. It is Simon Wills, the championship leader, who heads this pack. Paul Dumbrell in the wins car doing a good job, and there is Kevin Bell.
Late in the day, hard to see coming over the rise here, down into Dandenong corner. The shadows are long, difficult to pick your braking points. Here's a replay of the turn 2 incident. Not enough room there, guys.
Damien Digby coming in contact with Hocking. Dale Breed avoiding coming into contact there.
I've been trying to stumble through this description all day, Lee. These cars are hard to set up for this track because it's got very fast straights where the wings are particularly critical to obviously the speed of the car in a straight line. But the corners are so slow in a couple of instances that the cars have got no aerodynamic benefit at all. So what you need at Sandown is a car that works aerodynamically and works well mechanically. So you've got to have the right combination in terms of ride height, in terms of spring, and very particularly in terms of shock absorbers. You can't overwing the car, you can't underwing the car. It makes it a very hard place to work for.
Someone who has got that right combination yet again is Simon Wills, who leads the way. Now Hocking's gone again.
You notice that as Chris tries to get himself pointing the right way, that the wing end plates on the front of the car are striking the ground, making the sparks. You've got pretty low light here at the moment. You get a really good graphic idea of how close to the ground these cars are. They have a flat bottom. There's no tunnels under these cars that work like an upside-down aircraft wing like they do on a Champ car. But just the same, the floor and the various end plates and wings are aerodynamic devices, so you need to run the car as low to the ground as you can get it. Yellow flags out there, by the way. So we've got a problem here in the final combination of turns.
That could be for Chris Hocking, Neil, as we have a look at the 2 challenge recruitment cars. Matthew Halliday and Chris Starr enjoying his time in Formula Holden.
It's come on really strong. It's been good. We get a bit more support from challenge recruitment and stuff now, so we can put a bit more money towards the cars. It's come a long way from the beginning. season, and we're getting more development with the 92. It's coming a long way, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Well, so he should be, Neil. The season's gone very well for him, and the Kiwis showing that they can drive just as well as the Aussies.
No doubt about that. In fact, there's been a couple of pretty quick Kiwis in this category before. Scott Dixon's over in the US at the moment, making a name for himself in Indy Lights competition. Of course, Greg Murphy, as we look at Matthew Halliday here, did a great job in Formula Holden, has gone on to be one of Australia's top professional drivers. Mark Scape, of course, the hero of Formula Holden competition. Jason Bargwana. Those blokes aren't Kiwis, but there's been some very good drivers come out of this category. So the guys that you're looking at here are the stars of Australian motorsport for tomorrow. Great category of racing, very fast, a technical category. Replay of an incident down at turn 1. You see all these sparks coming off the road. That car's got little or no ride height.
Pretty spectacular pictures there from Les Crampton's car. We get back to it, the battle for second and third. Halliday versus Starr. That seems endless. Here's Akihiro Asai, Les Crampton ahead. The sparks are still flying. And this is the challenge for fourth spot. Akihiro Asai out of the draft. Gutsy move underneath the Repco Bridge. Nice manoeuvre. 16-year-old Paul Dumbrell in the winds, Reynard. This has been his best showing yet, and it's a great day for this relatively inexperienced competitor. He's needed good race miles, and that's exactly what he's getting today, so well done.
Saw his hand come out of the cockpit there. I'm not sure whether he was signalling or perhaps removing a tear-off from his visor, because these guys have got tear-offs on the front of their helmets to keep their vision clear at all times.
Here's Akihiro Asai. He's left Les Crampton behind, and continuing on. It's a much easier drive for him now, but still a long way behind race leader Simon Wills.
On board here you see just how rough it is. Let's have a listen. Graphic pictures from the cockpit. It just demonstrates just how rugged and rough this track can be. And you're hearing that grunty little V6 Holden, those things have got plenty of torque.
Simon Wills on the way home. You can see the blue flag being waved frantically there. Let the slower driver know our race leader is coming on through. Checkered flag time. 2 starts and again 2 wins for the Kiwi. That will extend his championship lead. The 2 challenge recruitment cars, Halliday and Starr, come in for second and third. So the overall placings look like this. Of course, Wills in for the lead. Halliday, Starr. Paul Dumbrell, well done, a 4th there. Akihiro Asai, he fought back towards the end ahead of Kiwi Kevin Bell in his return to the Formula Holdens. Les Crampton in 7th and Dale Breed. Now the overall championship points look like this. A 62-point margin to Simon Wills over Matthew Halliday, but then it's close between Macro and Starr.
Simon Wills, great day here at Sandown today for Team Barana. 2 wins, 2 starts, but perhaps it wasn't quite so easy in race 1.
Yeah, race 1 was very difficult. After the first lap, my clutch went. I had no clutch at all, and it made it very difficult. And then when the red flag came out, my battery was dead, so I couldn't start the car. So it was very hectic, but I managed to get through and on aggregate win the race, so I was very happy. Yeah.
And did it quite easy in race 2?
Yeah, race 2, it was a bit difficult because the car blew up and left a lot of oil out on the circuit, so I just basically tried to maintain a gap and just cruise it home to the finish.
So you're looking pretty good for the title at this stage?
Yeah, things are looking really good, but you never know what happens. Yeah, you could have a couple of get knocked off the circuit a couple of times, and they'll ride upon you again. So just have to keep it going.